Hi.
Oh my God! Happy birthday to no.
Oh, I was about to say, how did you not show up? I forgot to come.
Yeah, camera's over here, guys, and screen is over here.
Great.
Vanessa, I can't see you. It's fine. Come to the center front.
I'm a freshman.
Where you at?
I'm a freshman, bro.
All right. So this episode is interviewing you guys, and as well, you guys may ask me questions too. Special guest for today, we have Anthony from my previous Sufi Team dances. Anthony, say hi. All right. So who wants to start first?
I'll take questions.
Anybody?
Who am I asking the question to?
Anybody?
Anyone?
Questions? And me, you guys. in general. Yeah,
What? I
questions.
guess.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Wait. One at a time.
Okay. How was your experience with Juan and Dance Pass?
You see, at first, it was difficult because I'm like, okay, I don't understand a single what he's trying to say. Like, he had a different way of teaching. Like, especially cumbia, that's a whole different story. But like, when I worked with a choreographer, at first I was like, wow, he's strict, but like in a fun way because he's not like strict with you right away. But like if you play around too much, he starts getting more strict. Because like at first he tries to have fun with it, he tries to make sure you have fun with it. That's good. You help me learn faster.
Next question.
How did you come about doing this, like teaching, like the dances
Your dances or
in general?
in general? Okay. Well, I have like about 10 years of experience, so I accumulate most of those pasos and I merge together whatever it is that I learned in the past and whatever it is that I'm learning now in the present because like I never stop learning. Like I always like to look at visuals and stuff from other people's work and integrate it with the stuff that we're doing in my recent classes.
So you were jumping on first,
Yes.
and then interviewing the teacher.
Yes.
Was that fun?
Very fun. It was awesome. The teachers that I had though, they weren't as skilled as what we see today nowadays. Like there's a big difference. Like way back in my time, way back in my time, the pasos were a little bit more simpler. The transitions between one sequence and the other, they were like really simple. Everything was just more simple. Now it's like a little bit more intricate, a little bit more difficult, and more not complicated, but what's what you say?
Together.
Complex, yes.
Same thing. I know.
See, I was
Intricate.
thinking about doing something like that, but I don't have the patience to do.
Right.
I don't know, like if I feel like if they do it wrong, I just get frustrated. I'm like, why?
You're gonna be like me.
I'm just like 10 times later, I'm just the same mistake. I can't do that. I can't do that. Okay, I got a question. What's like the hardest part about learning this? Is it the steps? Is it changing the sequences, or is like learning how to do certain movements? That's all, yeah.
Change your sequences, right?
Change the
Change your
sequences.
sequences.
Yeah, the transitions.
Sometimes. Turn the transitions.
The sequence. Turns.
I have a question. In comparison, okay, let's go all the way back. Who here has been chambelán before? How many times?
10.
Once, and you?
Zero.
40%? Zero? First time? Oh wow. Wait, didn't you say it was your first time?
Yeah, I've been jumping on once.
Okay.
And this is the second.
I'm confusing you now. Anyway, okay, based on your past experiences, which is just once, how is my class different from your other classes? Yes,
It was a class. Like, this is a class.
this is a class. What do you mean by that?
Like, in the other one, it would be more disorganized and it wouldn't be treated as a class.
Okay.
So like learn. So it's just like building up there and then, and this one is like building up towards what we need to learn. And we memorize every step here in that one.
Anybody else? Different from your past experiences?
Simple.
I feel like you just it's everything the same. They teach you the steps, but you add exercises like confidence and the way that I've been with.
Okay. Wait, but by the exercises, what do you mean?
Like those exercises told us for balance and
Oh, the yoga one. Okay. You remember?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you two?
The other one was outdoors, and this one is indoors.
Indoors.
What's the difference?
What?
The flooring.
How about
Yeah, the flooring is way different.
we like hide it?
But in your practice, since it was outdoors, I imagine it was in summer,
Yeah, it was
in
in summer.
spring, fall. It wasn't in the winter, right? Not with this kind of weather. What about you?
I would say like you're more like you're more fun and you're more like strict, right? And I would say that because like I would not only because I'm older now, because the first time I actually did it, I was like it was like 8 years ago, and I was confused and said like I was like I understand the concept of it and
Okay.
it's easier.
Awesome. Okay, you.
I've had like 5 different.
Wait, didn't you go over?
No, after this.
Okay, go.
So I've had like 5 different choreographers. Like that's how many I've had. Plus you for like 6.
Okay.
Like out of all of them, you have to be like my favorite because you actually help teach us like the balance, the sequences. Like let's say I had trouble learning how to like doing a pivot at first. You taught me how to do a pivot. Like you taught me sequences. You taught me how to put things together. Like you would like pivot, go forward, go back. The other lady she would just show me, or the other guys, they would show me, let's just cut out for this and this, and I have to do it. You actually like put it step by step, and like, you make everything go together.
Alright, that brings me, your comment actually brings me to my next question. Actually, you guys go while I look for the question.
Any questions for me? I think?
I have a question.
Yes.
What's your perspective on this? As like
You guys, so far for your season, or for the day that you guys are presenting, you guys are by far my favorite class. I see a lot of individuality between each and every one of you. However, like I do like how you guys blend together when you guys dance.
cool.
Thank you.
Yes, people, it's a compliment.
Are we making more progress?
Yeah, definitely. You're actually a little bit earlier than my other class. When are you presenting? July 16th. And they're presenting July 25, I think. Something like that, 20 something. You guys are way ahead of them. The other class, unfortunately, they usually cancel and stuff because people can't make it to practice. And to me, that's really an issue, and I try to work around that sometimes, but sometimes I can't, so I just have to cancel. So because of the canceling, they haven't gotten as far as you guys. But good work. What?
That's when I stepped in.
Oh yeah. Oh, in the future, what I like to do is keep in contact with you guys on Chamelanes. Just in case, if I have a new group and I see that one person is not committed and up for the challenge, then I like to call on my previous Chambelanes that I have already worked with. And for example, with Anthony, I called upon him a lot of times. How many times? 4 times already. And he's always come through. Okay, so going back to his comment, from a scale from 1 to 10, how much do I break down your steps? When I'm explaining it, do I break it down to the last detail, or do I just show you and expect you to learn it like that?
You actually break it down a lot. I'd say probably a 10. Just because you want to make sure that we're able.
What about you?
A solid 9.
9.
I say 9.5 because we did the first dance. I was surprised. I was like, it's cool. that's what I said.
I don't follow the train of thought.
As in you know, like how you showed us the steps, like you corrected before, and like it looks a lot better. Like I saw everybody was in sync and stuff.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. What about you?
Yeah, 9.
A 9?
Because you help us out, but sometimes you don't, and I think it's for the good. So we also memorize it, and then that you don't have to repeat for us. It's for us to look and just know our steps.
Yeah. Here.
I agree with Steven. I'll say 9.
9. Wow.
It helps us like memorize the steps, but also like you help us like be in sync with it.
What about you?
I would say 10 because even if it's not like if it's you teach it clearly, but even if we don't sort of get it, we ask you more questions and go over it 3 times. That's really
All right, I have a question related to that. Do I over break it down?
Yeah.
All right, sometimes I feel like that I do that. Like I break it down too much for you guys, and at times like when I look at you, looking at me, trying to pay attention to what I'm saying, I see that you guys are lost in what I'm saying. So that's why I think like you're like I'm breaking it down too much.
I don't think that's true because I learned more if you broke it down. That's why I started learning everything. How to pivot more, how to go to sequence faster, and everything.
Any other questions? Questions. All right. Do any of you have performance anxiety?
yes.
I used to.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but
You
not
do it
anymore.
again.
What did you use to perform and why did you get
Like
anxiety?
in school, I used to have like a lot of dances, and I just got anxiety because like I was on the stage, and you know like the feeling when you're backstage and everyone's like there, and I'm just like, oh, what if I forget?
That has happened a lot too. That actually happened in one of my last años or by sorpresa. One of the guys forgot that he was supposed to end up on the transition. He was supposed to end up on this side. Instead, he ended up on the other side. And when he realized it, like he made a face, like you know that kind of face, and yeah, it just went downhill from there for him.
Did it work though?
Yeah.
Not really.
See, that's the thing though. Like if you mess up, don't make it obvious.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, like make faces.
Like let's say you're supposed to be here, but you're all over there. As long as you don't make it obvious, they don't know. Just go back to position. That's what really matters. Like one mess up, you can fix that. One mess up, and you continue dragging that.
yeah, it kills the show.
It kills it, yes. Hopefully I'll have that video for autumn because I'm still editing a lot of videos from last year. And you guys may look at the mistake that you did. I had another question. Oh, you performance anxiety.
Performance anxiety. Oh. Usually that was just like the class. That's it.
Presenting.
Yeah, presenting stuff. Yeah, I used to get so
Verbal
nervous.
presentations.
Yeah, verbal. I used to be like, I used to start shaking, but like since I since I like enter high school, like this show now, I don't get scared anymore.
Okay. Do you guys think that you guys are going to be anxious like right before the music starts for your first song?
I was gonna do
No.
You always get nervous.
I might get a little nervous.
I think it's
I mean,
normal to get
Yeah, it's
nervous.
nervous to get nervous. Once
It's just before that's the act.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand.
Yo, trombone shook, your trumpet shook.
Is it like okay?
It's the right note.
Usually when before we start presentation, me and other groups, like I personally get nervous for you guys for the group performing. I get very nervous. I have a ritual where I write down everything that I need to do because sometimes I forget some stuff. Like a lot of the accessories that we're going to be using, such as masks, the fans, the wings, etc., etc. Sometimes I forget to bring them to the actual party. So I write everything down. I make sure I have my own program, like what comes first, what comes next, and during that, like I try to put down like what we're going to be using, that way I don't forget to bring it. But even when I'm organized, like right before he presses play, like I'm extremely nervous because I don't know how you guys are going to do under the actual performance because all eyes are going to be on me. Questions from you guys?
Like, what's your favorite part about it? Same stuff. Like, what's your favorite part of it?
Not thinking about school.
Is it the environment? Is it learning the steps? Is it learning
I'll say it's like great at like getting my mind out.
I think the steps help you to be better in the future. And then helps you.
I think it's like when we're dancing, you like execute like the stuff you're doing with your hands. Like we went like I don't know, I'm still amazed for like the first dance.
It just like refreshes your mind. Like you just pay attention to the steps. Like you're not worried about nothing.
Cool. So most of I see that most of you this is like an escape from your reality, from your life, right? From 1 to 10, am I strict?
Sure. But
Number.
it's
Number. 1 to 10. 0 being no, I'm not strict.
8.5.
So I am strict.
Well, sort of,
8.5.
but yeah.
Okay.
7.
7. Okay. 5. Wow. Okay. 6. Okay.
Yeah, 6.
Okay. Why?
I would say because like we know we have to get things done, but it's not to the extent where we're like we don't talk or like to each other or something. Like it's still fun.
Yeah, I'd say it's 7 because every time you like guiding us to our steps, you somehow become strict, but not in a way that's noticeable and like you're really showing that you're strict, but I feel that presence of being strict.
Yeah, I got you. I know what you're saying. Yes.
I think it's normal to get strict with students, especially the ones who aren't there yet.
Yeah.
And so that's right.
Yeah, I agree. You're like a 6 because we know like what Vana said, we know we have to get stuff done, and like plus we got like her mom, so yeah, we're in that mindset like we already know that we have to follow your shit done. Yeah, we got shit done. We get stuff done, and like you, like when we start playing, you tell us like the receiver said like what's it called? You tell us to stop and like focus, and like yeah.
Most of the time in my other, believe it or not, with you guys, I'm actually not strict at all. This is not, like, whatever you guys think of me of being strict right now, that is just not strict at all.
It depends on like the student in the group. Like at first, if you really relax with y'all, like as long as you're learning it correctly and you're doing your thing, then y'all can make a couple mess ups here and there. But as long as they get it together, again, you won't get that strict with them. Keep it nice, easy, if you want, because that's what y'all doing, and making it easy, and making it easy now. So whatever you have to do, it gets back to you. Like let's say you get in trouble though. Let's say you're messing up here and there and here and there. You come late.
Are talking to each other.
Yeah, he has to start being more strict because the only thing is that I think that see overall I think that it's 8 because like at first I need to keep it fine, 4, but like once you start messing up, then you start to the time, and overall you start messing up. Like the other time was maybe time to like as soon as you walk in, positions.
The reason why I am not strict with you guys is because I appreciate the mindset that you guys bring to the table, which is you know what you're supposed to do, you know that you're supposed to listen, you know that you're supposed to pay attention, and you guys actually do that. And because of that, like I am more lenient with you guys. Like there's no necessity for me to get strict with you people. Welcome back. Okay, you guys ask me questions.
Should I be afraid when you're strict?
Very.
What was your first experience as a champion?
As a chamberlain,
If you could.
not that old. If I can remember the game. Yes, I'm in my 20s. Thank you, but no. My first experience, it was for a friend of my family's daughter, and I actually didn't know the person or knew the circle of people that I was doing it with. Which is that's the case most of the time. Like they ask you to be chamberlain and you don't know the rest of the people. That day we had like couples instead of being like chambelanes dancing single. We had like damas, damas, and that was a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But overall, I guess it was fun.
Do you like, have you done like teaching with damas? Or no?
Yes, I actually had a client who didn't have chambelanes at all. It was all damas. So it was all damas plus the sweet 16 girl. It was a little bit difficult for me to put the choreography because most of the time when I do choreography, I like to do the lifts and stuff.
Yeah.
And girls won't be able to lift the other girl.
Well, that's stereotypical.
Cheerleading.
Well, that's because they're really, really skinny and they choose like the lightest weight.
Yeah.
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 That's not the case when I was 16.
Like us, like at first like we'll be anxious, but then like when the time comes to have to do the carry, I don't know, you just like testosterone, you just
Yeah.
like at first I'll be like, but like day the party.
All right, I have a question. Do you feel that I connect with each and every one of you individually? Go.
In my opinion, with some of us, like Steven and Andy, I don't know. It's like I don't know. I'd probably say because like you know how when we're like you're teaching us dance and sometimes just jokes pop out of nowhere. Like it's literally only him, Arya.
Okay, what about you?
Wait, what was the question?
Do I still look lost?
Fine.
No.
The question was, do you feel that I connect with you at a
Oh yeah. You do because the last teacher I had, she just really didn't pay attention to she just wanted to like immediately do everything. And you actually told me like what I'm doing wrong, or like if you told me I was lost, it's because it's a reason that I actually.
I guess yeah, like you like connect with us like at some point because like so yeah, like when you teach us the steps, like our personality and stuff, like so probably like I guess you could like you should do it based on us or like the way we are, I guess.
I say you do communicate well with us because when we dance, we just don't focus on one person. We try to focus on everyone, try to get everyone together in time. I think that's right. Yeah, it used to be that you somehow connect with everyone as a group.
How about individually though? That's the question.
Individually, I'll say with the people that record me. Like sometimes like there's like not a connection with other guys.
Okay.
Like you know.
Okay, gotcha. What about you, Malik?
Personally, I think yes, because you address all of my concerns.
Yeah, you go. Question? No? No question? Okay, answer.
I just feel like choreographers in general can like more like either the better dancer or the worst dancer. But the worst dancer can help them develop more, and the best dancer can help them develop more. So, like the best dancer, if he does it like the best, like you use him as an example for like teach the other the worst dancer. Like he might be the worst for now, but you develop him more because develops the others. So it'd be like the same level.
Okay. That's actually interesting insight that you guys are providing. I didn't know that I was the way that I was connecting with certain people and not with others. But I'll keep that in mind and I'll learn from that. Thank you. Do you guys have any questions? Your turn.
How do you connect with the people that are here with us?
Okay, so like I said, each and every one of you are totally different from each other, right? So I try to adapt to your personality and to who you are. Some people I can tell the type of person that they are, and I base my connection on that. However, in other people, it's hard to read, and maybe that's why I don't connect with the other people. Okay, so aside from dancing and teaching you movements, leg sequence, arm sequence, turns, aside from all of that, what else have I taught you?
Balance. Can you come back?
Sure. Anthony?
The yoga thing.
The yoga thing?
Yeah. The
Balance.
What yoga thing?
the one you teach us on yoga.
Oh, balance thing, yeah, okay.
Like, can you repeat the example, like?
Aside from teaching you how to dance, which includes movement, body work, body movement, leg movement, arm movement, turning, what else have you learned?
Facial expressions. There you go, that's it.
Yeah. Back.
I don't know.
You haven't learned anything else.
Well, I learned how to keep my like you said, basic facial expressions like to show up.
How about you, Rani?
Integrity and like being dependent on each other. Because like even though it's just dancing, it's like it's actually just like all of us together having a film.
And I learned how to be independent and not depending on like if one of us mess up, like we would follow our steps. Not dependent on them.
Oh, okay, I got you. Still thinking? Anthony, go.
I guess the creation, like when you hear more song, be on point when I'm doing it, so it's like really going on the camera. I learned how to like keep things more like serious and
I like that answer. You don't know? Okay, get back to me some other time. Do any of the movements that we have done embarrass you?
No.
Yes.
Wait.
You maybe put somebody on my back before, remember? You maybe did it to African dance.
Oh, that? Oh, yeah, the African dances,
Yeah,
yes.
we've done a lot now, like, okay, maybe
But that's just to expose you to different,
yeah, then,
different dances, yeah.
yeah, but it's not bad, like, if I'm on the algorithm, like, oh,
It's awkward, right. It's not embarrassing, it's awkward.
That's like a
Embarrassment.
yeah, it's really cool.
You. Embarrassment. What do you mean?
Yo, make them do the stuff I do.
No, like we still don't know, like, you know, we do like the aftermath. Like after we finish all of this, like, let me say it.
Okay. Well, up to so far.
Sorry.
You said no, right? No embarrassment. Okay, what's your point?
do you have fun with this? Like us.
With you guys in particular, yes, I do have fun. Even though sometimes it doesn't show because I'm in the zone of teaching and I have to be strict. It's not really being strict, it's more like being commanding.
Last week is one.
Yeah, yeah,
Because no chapter.
Right.
yeah. it's fine.
Control the history.
That's pretty.
Um, describe your experience in my class. Go.
Fun. Very liberating. Liberating.
Intriguing, and the way the catching my focus, like me focusing and everyone else focusing.
Okay.
Not sure.
Okay, I'll get back to you. Anthony,
More focus.
you feel that you
Yeah.
have become more focused? Okay. Fine.
I guess you say dancing a little bit. So like you're teaching the steps and whatnot. And like Lana said, we're having fun. So I think like dancing is like more fun to dance with the group than like with someone individually. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's pretty cool.
Up movie.
You just pasted 2 words together.
I thought it was different. I thought it was smart, so I put that way.
What about you, Anthony? Describe your experience in my class.
Oh, your class? Your classes? Okay,
My classes, yeah.
let's see. I mean, it depends on the day. Like, some days, okay, this was fun. I like doing this. Like, it's pretty. Like, one day I could be having fun learning your class. The other day I could be like, okay, I'm learning more how to handle myself. How to be more sad. Like,
Cool. You guys, questions?
What have you learned from us?
What happened? I have learned you guys out as performers. Guys move. Or lack of movement. I have learned to have fun. Yeah. I don't say that to most of the classes, but yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah, you were. All right, anything else, guys? Questions? Okay. Do your parents want to be interviewed? ¿No? Ok, desde ahí conteste. ¿Cuál es la diferencia de su época de ustedes cuando hacían 15 años a la época de hoy?
Bastante.
¿Más qué?
Bastante diferencia. Más nuevo,
¿Más alegre?
O sea,
diferentes pasos.
¿Pasos diferentes?
I
What about you? ¿Cuál es la diferencia en los 15 años de su época de entonces a la época de hoy?
Mucho, muy diferente porque somos más paso, más calidad.
Okay.
Pero las cargadas es lo mismo.
Sí.
Sí.
Okay. Quizás cargadas are the same. Son las mismas cargadas. Okay. Yeah, I think that's eso es algo clásico que nunca va a cambiar para 15 años. It is. Maybe think twice. All right. Thank you. Do my choreography challenges you? Go.
You mess up the
I'll say sometimes because if I see it, I think like I get it, but it takes a lot for me to actually do it right.
It takes time for you to sink in.
Yeah. So like I see it and I know, but
In what ways?
In the way of working together.
How about you, Steven?
Some steps, like the turns, kind of difficult to achieve. So
Uri?
Sometimes the movement, like the dance I have to do it on. Like I look like I'm bouncing. Exactly. So yeah, that's fine.
Okay. What about you?
I find it sometimes because like when you first show us, it's just like I'm like, wow, like it's gonna take a long time to like be able to do. I'm still, and then you show us again. So okay, I got a bit of it, and it takes time to be able to do the steps. Also, like when we had to spin, that's a like a cool class to be able to do.
Yeah.
Like at least we got it.
All right. In your defense, for everybody, like that turn that we did, it is difficult. It's from. So. Yeah.
Wait, what turn am I talking about?
No. Yeah. What about you?
Because you see how
It's like this team.
you see how I be late. That's but in our
Okay. Any other questions for me? Come on, people. Think. Yes.
To be like t-shirts. That's okay.
Honestly, I don't think you guys are challenging to teach because I have accumulated a lot of patience throughout my years, and like if I see that you guys are not getting it, like that for me, it's nothing new. Like I'll be like, okay, they don't get it. Okay, let me break it down again, and let me explain it again, and do it again. So yeah.
So then what, like, so you said that you like develop more patience, right? And what do you think is the most difficult part?
Class, nothing is difficult. However, in other classes that I have right now, it is difficult to get the attention of people who aren't focused on what we're supposed to be doing. It is difficult also to work with people with ADHD, which is attention deficit hyper disorder. Because of that disorder, they are less prone to focus, and they just like they just focus every time. Yeah. So in that way, yeah, that's very difficult. And I have at the first time that I worked with the first person, it was very difficult that the person had it. And later on, it was explained to me that the person had, and that's when I began to understand why. It's easy, you know. But yeah, that's the only difficult part.
Wait, how is that?
But
how was your first year of teaching?
my first year of teaching was very. I was just scared because I was still chambelán, but I was really, really scared because most of the time I thought that most of the time like people would not listen to me, and because of my age, like people would not pay attention to me, and you know, you have something to say, Lee?
Dances, like what do you call it? What do you really
What's your cumbia?
Genre is probably guaracha. However, it was introduced to Mexico en los años. I don't know why I don't tell you. En el Distrito Federal se escuchaba mucho ese tipo de música y es the style of dancing. It was also swing, tango, and other dances back then. So cuando se use all of that. Aside from guaracha, it was big cumbia.